What is up, Cancer? Welcome to your general timeless reading. Let me see if I can get this screen to zoom out a little bit. Oh no. I lost the chat. Okay, it's back. General timeless reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. When you see this is when it's most meant for you. My name is Jordyn. If you're new, I offer personal tarot readings and I'm a master Reiki practitioner. You can book your session down below through my website. I also have a promo code going on my website right now for all my services. That's now through November 5th, 2021. So go ahead, check that out. Like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And check out Patreon for monthly readings, energy shift readings, and moon cycle readings, and weekly Patreon only videos. I give away free 15-minute readings the 1st to the 15th of every month on that channel for tier 2 and 3 patrons also. So brand new and upgrading patrons only. Let's get into it, Cancer. Let's see what's going on. Let's use a fun tarot deck for you today. Let's use Tarot of Dreams. Let's do the dang thing. Cancer. Sun, rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Cancer. Hit that like button. It helps the channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. And hit that notification bell so you can see when I post and when I go live. Let's see what's going on, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What do we have for Cancer? Please, Spirit. What do we have for Cancer? Justice. This feels really overwhelming. This feels like it's a really big struggle. Okay, so it's almost like you're trying to balance out your own emotional state. That's really what this feels like. It feels like a real overwhelm, but it almost feels like an absolute overflow of emotion. And it's kind of like this overflow of emotion is occurring so you can rid yourself of things that are keeping you in a state of unbalance. Imbalance? Yeah, imbalance. Words, right? What are words? Justice. Libra energy. 7 of Cups is Scorpio energy. Okay. It's very heavy, though. It's very heavy. Let's continue. I feel like you might be struggling to rid yourself of this, though, right now. Okay, so then we have the Ten of Swords. Yep, I'm not going to take this big stack. Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so it's leading to a Ten of Swords. You're about to close out a really heavy cycle. Okay, you're about to be done with all this, which is really, really nice. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is Jupiter energy, so this is helping you with expansion. It's also helping you with healing, moving forward, and a lot, I actually wanted to say individual change. So these are changes within self to help you achieve your hope and wish fulfillment. That's what the Nine of Cups is known for. The Nine of Cups for me as a reader is also the emotional equivalent of the Nine of Pentacles. So it's about your emotional stability as an individual, getting yourself in a healthy emotional state. Okay, so you doing what you need to do to self-care, to get yourself the things that you need to be emotionally fulfilled as an individual, not as a mother, a sister, a brother, an aunt, an uncle, a grandmother, a partner. No, as you. So that means focusing on your hobbies, all the parts of you that make you happy. So walking outside, playing with your dog, doing art, listening to music, working out, eating well, drinking lots of water, all the things that accumulate to help you feel emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically whole, complete, entirely you. Okay? And that means exploring what those things are, because some of you, myself included, just need to learn what makes you emotionally happy, because you are not defined by one single thing. Like your work. Your work does not define you. Your partner does not define you. Okay? 7 of Wands in reverse. This is going to require you to let down that guard, to be more excited, explore things on your own, to do things outside of your comfort zone, to not fear this change, this Wheel of Fortune, because these things that are ending, whether they be habits, whether they be attachment, whether it be way of doing things that are familiar, whether it be jobs or social groups or who knows, right? where you're living. The things that are ending are changing to make room for opportunities that are going to align you with your personal fulfillment and happiness. Don't be guarded to this change that you already feel coming, because it's good. It's just scaring you right now because it's unknown what this sensation is, because it's familiar. But just because it's unfamiliar doesn't mean it's bad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm putting down? Cool. Let's see what's going on. Hi, Mom. My mom's a Cancer. Just giving her a shout out in case she's watching. And not working. Go back to work. Let's look at Justice. Yep, Death in Reverse and the Seven of Swords. Woo-wee! The Seven of Swords is self-sabotaging behavior. It's also deception. It's realizing that I have to address the fact that I have self-sabotaging behaviors and I'm going through a massive transformation, right? Sorry. Right? Transformation, the shedding of the old, the shedding of the things that are out of balance with self, so I can realign with the most authentic by going through this rebirth, shedding the old skin, shedding the things that I've been running from. Like, oh, I'm just going to carry all this baggage with me that I don't really need. Oh, fuck, I probably shouldn't be doing that. Drop those swords. You don't need them. Because the Seven of Swords is literally somebody carrying all these swords, all this deception, and looking at the things that they probably shouldn't be walking away from, right? Looking at the scene of the crime, like, I should probably leave these there. Leave them there. You don't need those swords with you in the new cycle. Let it die. Let yourself born. So let's look at all this confusion and emotional baggage. Between the Seven of Swords, by the way, and the Ten of Swords is the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. Heartbreak, healing, emotional turmoil, right? Look, justice in the world. Balance and new cycles. So let's look at the Seven of Cups. Got a lot of sevens. Sevens are the number and alignment. The devil. Which is the ego, which rules attachment. Are we attached to the things that are just familiar to us? Relationships, traumatic environments, toxicity, things that just don't serve us. So we're attached to foundations that are just no longer serving us to the highest good. With the Five of Cups there, it's a need to on this foundation. Whatever this foundation is, it's attached to the devil. It's either codependent or there's something not necessarily. I don't like to use the word toxic like all the time, because honestly, it's how we perceive things. It's a perspective. It's everybody has their own lens. You know what I'm saying? But with the devil there, it does have a nature of attachment or addiction or codependency or fear, limiting belief, right? Things of that nature. And remember that with all of that comes a need to be accepting of those aspects within yourself and the people in your environment, and taking accountability for the role you play in perpetuating those cycles and integrating them, so you can just learn that part of yourself and heal it and release it and learn when to use it, because the ego is not a bad thing. The ego is there to protect you, but it's the need to recognize when the ego is coming up, so you can be conscious of when it's coming up and use it appropriately versus it being used on autopilot. Okay. Learning this foundation, because whatever this foundation is, it's not healthy. It's not happy. What we are ending, letting go of. I heard crippling. Let's look at this Ten of Swords. My heart space just dropped. With fortune. Oh yeah, my heart space dropped because it's kind of like this ending is going to come very suddenly. It's going to come very suddenly, and it's going to be Ten of Swords again. Yeah, so validation for me as a reader that the channeled message so far is correct. Definitely going to have, yep. There's a lot of resistance to allowing this to come down. There's a lack of wanting to accept that the current foundation, because this is the ego. This ego is like, no, this foundation's solid. It's so stable. Like, it's great. Like, everything that's going on right now is great. No, it's toxic. It's toxic. The ego's painting this picture in your mind because it's familiar. It's attached to it. So it's trying to say, like, no, like, we can thrive in this toxic environment because we're just familiar with it. And we've learned to thrive here. We're basically like bacteria. It's fantastic. No, when you can have something that's very healthy and stable and abundant and successful and helps you become the best version of yourself, there's a need to recognize that it needs to come down. The Tower moment with the Six of Wands in reverse, it's basically saying that there's a lack of recognition. The Six of Wands is the card of recognition. There's a lack of recognition that the foundation needs to crumble. Okay, now that I've beat a dead horse, let's look at the change. What needs to change? We need to stop lying to ourselves. Page of Swords is the liar, right? It's the need to be honest with ourselves about the things in our life instead of painting a different picture in our mind, which is what the ego does. The ego likes to paint this whole scenario, this whole picture in the mind to keep us comfortable so we don't change. So we can kind of just stay in our comfort zone and not really evolve, because the ego works from a good chunk of the time, the wounded child, right? Well, if I change, then I don't know what's coming. And if I don't know what's coming, there's more opportunity for risk and hurt and pain and rejection and all these things. But there's also more opportunity to have success and abundance and growth and resilience and more wisdom and new people and new experiences and becoming a stronger version of self. There's all these awesome things too, right? Yeah. There's a fear of letting go of this old cycle. It's attachment. There's a lot of attachment. There's a lot of attachment to a toxic foundation, to an old foundation. It just needs to go. You need to mourn it. You need to let it go. Dead, death, die, transformation, right? It's just self-sabotaging. This is very redundant. Okay, let's look at this Nine of Cups. Okay, here we go. Yes, so you're at this. No wonder why we're beating a dead horse. This is like the 6th, 5th, 4th, 100th chance you've had at basically kicking the habit, whatever it is, you know? Star in reverse is my card of second chances. With the 6 of Swords, it's the need to step out of the 5 of Swords, right? It's the resistance to it. There's this energy of becoming so accustomed to the 5 of Swords, this state of conflict, this state of overthinking, of being so overly critical of self. So this could be somebody with a scarcity mindset or the fear of failure, right? Well, what if I grow so big that I'll chop myself down, or I'll drop the ball and my business will fail? So why start the business? Or why allow myself to be vulnerable? Because then this person's just going to reject me or abandon me, like everything else I've experienced, basing this off inferences. Or what if you take the opportunity and realize that you're embodying a new energy and that you're a new, and you're not going to attract the same kind of people now that you did back then, because back then you're working from your trauma body. You're not working from your trauma body now. You're a very confident individual, and you're going to attract people that are in a healthier state. So you're not going to experience that same kind of trauma. Why not be more positive and shift your mindset and work from a frequency of gratitude, right? Because the High Priestess is seeing beyond the veil. It's the unknown. This person is not aware of the unknown, the opportunity for the second chance to move to calmer waters, to move out of the state of conflict, to have their hope and wish fulfillment, to have this happiness. They're working from the trauma body. They're working from the fear. Remember, this does not have to be you. This could be somebody in your environment. Oh my golly, gee whiz, gee willikers. Are you kidding me? The fucking Empress. Just do the work, please, because this is divine feminine energy. Empress energy is somebody who's basically like, yo, I'm the shit. Did you know that? let me just tell you, for the people in the back, I'm the shit. The Empress energy is someone who knows their worth. They know how to set boundaries. They know how to love themselves, but they also know how to love everybody in their environment. They know how to love and nurture people, animals, things, money. It's the card of luxury. It's Libra, Taurus, Venusian energy. It's grounded. It's the mother in tarot. It's kind of like, I can take care of myself. I know how to provide for myself. It's a master manifester card. It knows how to create from thought absolutely everything. And then the masculine energy, emperor energy, is what brings it into the tangible. Empress energy does not worry about what's coming to them. It constantly is working from the law of assumption. It's always assuming, well, the universe is always providing. Everything's already coming my way. This person is constantly on guard, though. They're blocking their own ability to embody this energy because they're not allowing themselves to receive. They're not aware that they are this Empress energy, that they have everything they need to embody all that this is, because they're working from the ego. They're working from so much and limiting beliefs and attachment to toxicity and scarcity mindset that they're not allowing themselves to shift their mindset into one of gratitude and sitting in this belief that they can have all that they want. So let's get another on the Seven of Wands. I have a whole thing of meditations and affirmations on my YouTube channel that I use myself on my own path to this day. Okay. So please go ahead and check that out, because it will help you shift your frequency and be more receptive to this new life that's trying to come your way. So if you want help, just go ahead and check that out. It's just open to the public. It's for you. So use it. It's not going to hurt you. King of Cups, Seven of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Cups. Oh my gosh, just let them love you. Like, let yourself be loved. Let yourself be, let people help you. Let yourself be assisted. Allow yourself to receive. Don't have to control everything, because control is actually just your ego working from anxiety because it doesn't want to trust or surrender to the other people because it doesn't feel safe. Hey, I want to know unless I had to learn it myself, and at least you got me telling you, because listen, I wish somebody would tell me. Instead, you face that reality by looking in the mirror alone, and it was like, I feel like a bad person. So welcome to the party. But it's okay. It's okay, because we're all human and it's part of the learning experience. Check out the Holistic Psychologist on Instagram. She is literally a normal psychologist. She has a PhD in psychology, but she integrates this kind of lingo like shadow work and just spirituality into her practice, meditation, things like that. But this King of Cups and the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands speaks to being very guarded to receiving affection from very intuitive masculine energy, or energies that want to nurture and provide for you in a very emotional way, that want to make you feel that are very honest and upfront and very blunt about how they feel with you. Make this feminine Empress energy very uncomfortable, because it makes them question, what are your true motives, right? You may not trust these people or what they're offering you. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be in the sense of business. It could be in the sense of projects. It could just be in the sense of simple conversation. And just because it's a masculine energy does not mean it has to be a man. I'm a female. I'm a masculine energy. I'm very blunt. I'm a Libra freaking sun, okay? If I'm telling you how I feel about something, it's usually exactly how I feel about something. I might say it sarcastically, but it's usually the truth. And this person's really struggling to receive very authentic and heartfelt support. Okay. A lot of shadow work. It's just trying to bring them their happiness. They need to be open to receiving happiness. Let's actually get a card of advice for you. I don't usually do this, but let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? What card of advice do we have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Jupiter. Oh, this is my favorite card in this deck. This is awesome, and it's so fitting. Come to the Edge. I do read these from this particular book because her messages are amazing. Oh, I just had it. Yeah. This is incredible. Oh, my battery's about to die. Okay. It's basically about taking risks. It's about taking risks. Take that leap of faith. Do not be scared. It's about fear, false evidence appearing real, controlling your life. Do not allow it to control your life or rule your thoughts. You're your own creator. You control your thoughts. Okay. And your emotions. I love you. This is what I have for you. Check out my website if you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, and I'll see you next time.